Hello and welcome back. Hopefully the knowledge review in the last section was not too challenging. I trust that if you followed along with all of the videos presented in that section, you found the Android project a complete breeze. And if not, no worries. Just go back, watch the videos one more time, and give it another shot. Except perhaps change it from an Android project to something else. But I think you get the idea of what it was that we were looking for. Now that we've got that section out of the way and everybody has a very basic idea of what C# is and .NET and how a simple application looks, it's time to start focusing on the C# language. That is why we have a section titled Language Fundamentals 1. In this section, we are going to be introducing variables. Now, variables go deep. There's all sorts of interesting things that you need to know about variables, but we're going to start simple. We're just going to start out by talking about what they are. We're going to introduce you to just a couple of types, and then we're going to play with them a bit. We're going to talk about naming. We're going to show you putting information into a variable, pulling information back out. Just simple stuff. From there, we're going to move on to expressions and operators. Yes, you cannot have an application without loads of expressions and operators. And up to this point, if you've been following along with all of the applications we've written, you've been using them like crazy. So we're going to introduce you to a lot of different type of operators, but we're going to put them into specific groups, and we're going to talk about how they work so that you guys are armed and ready to go when writing your code. From there, we're going to move on to white space. Before getting too deep into language fundamentals, it is very important for us to stress writing your code in such a way that it's formatted for ease of readability. This is critical, and white space is where this happens. Now, we have mentioned it, but we're going to really try to drive the point home in this video. From there, we're going to talk about comments. Leaving comments in your code is critical. Not just for anyone who comes in behind you to read your code later, but for you. You could be in the middle of working on something very complicated and then save your work and come back the next day and not realize what it was you were doing, or not even remember what it was you were doing. By leaving comments, this can be a tremendous help in picking back up and continuing on. And then finally, we'll present you with another knowledge review where we'll test your knowledge that you picked up from this section. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started with our introduction to variables.